Jenn Tran and Sasha Farber officially end their relationship. June 10, 2025. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Bachelor Nation news fans. Jenn Tran and Sasha Farber have officially ended their relationship. This is devastating for fans to hear. However, it seems it was for the best. They took a while to admit that they were dating. However, they were always giving fans hints that they were. Unfortunately, that is all said and done now as they have broken up. Keep reading to find out more about this situation. There's a lot to unfold and uncover. Sasha Farber and Jenn Tran start dating. Sasha Farber and Jenn Tran were partners on Dancing with the Stars. However, this happened after Jenn Tran had a bad breakup with Devin Strader, with whom she was engaged. He ended things, and she went for revenge by becoming a fan favorite. Sasha and Jenn became close friends after spending a lot of time with each other. Fans thought they were dating. However, they never admitted it until Jenn shared a post on Valentine's Day this year. Fans loved them together as they were both always full of energy and happy. Jenn was living with Sasha for a while as well while they were dating. They have officially ended their relationship. Jenn Tran and Sasha Farber have officially ended their relationship. Tims reported that the two have now gone their separate ways. However, even though they are no longer romantically involved with each other, they are still on good terms. The two were always flirty with one another. They had great chemistry, and fans thought this relationship was going to last a while. However, they have broken up and gone their separate ways. It was reported that they are still friends and have no bad blood with each other. Everyone would have hated if they had a bad breakup and were no longer on good terms. It seems as though the two are still on good terms even after they have broken up. They started off as close friends. It seems they wanted to end that way as well. However, fans are unsure how they could have an amicable breakup and think there has to be some awkwardness or tension between them after they ended things. Fans are upset as they thought this relationship could last a while. However, they wish them both the best. What do you think about this? Are you shocked that they broke up? Sound off in the comments below. We would love to hear your thoughts on this fans situation. First caught wind of Jenn Tran and Sasha Farber spending time together. The internet couldn't quite decide if it was real or just another DVTS-fooled rumor. Jenn, who had risen to fame as the poised, sharp-witted, and deeply empathetic lead on season 21 of The Bachelorette, had never been one to chase headlines. And Sasha, with his boyish grin and elegant footwork, had long earned his status as a veteran Dancing with the Stars pro. No one had seen this pairing coming, and that made it all the more exciting. It started subtly. A blurry TikTok clip showed them laughing together backstage during the rehearsal for a charity gala. Then came an Instagram story, Sasha's of course, showing him dancing on a rooftop with a woman whose laugh was unmistakably Jenn's. Before long, they were photographed grabbing green smoothies in West Hollywood, matching athleisure sets and all. Suddenly, #SashaTran was everywhere. What made it captivating was how different they were. Jenn was calculated, composed, and reflective. Sasha was effervescent, spontaneous, a let's just see what happens kind of guy. But somehow it worked, for a while. Chapter 2, Life in the Spotlight. Their official hard launch came at the People's Choice Awards. Jenn, in a shimmering silver gown, and Sasha, in a velvet navy tux, were radiant. But it wasn't just their red carpet glow that captured attention. It was the way they looked at each other. Genuine, familiar, easy. In an interview, Jenn had said, "He makes me laugh when I don't want to. That's important to me." Sasha, in turn, joked, "She makes me feel like a better dancer and a better man." Publicly, they were golden. Privately, it was more complicated. While fans shipped the couple with hashtags and fan pages, the reality of balancing two high-pressure lives began to seep in. Jenn was launching a mental health advocacy brand and simultaneously navigating offers from 3 different TV networks. Sasha was deep into rehearsals for Breakup season 34, paired with a stubborn reality star whose two left feet and diva tendencies were pushing him to the brink. And yet, they tried. They FaceTimed at night, left notes in each other's suitcases, even began discussing whether Jenn could take a step back from media to travel with Sasha on his next tour. But the cracks were forming, quietly, subtly, like a slow leak behind a painted wall. Chapter 3. Signs of Trouble. It was Jenn who stopped posting first. No more morning matcha selfies with Sasha in the background. No more videos of them cooking or her teasing him about always choosing the same Spotify playlist. Then Sasha posted a solo video, him doing a melancholic tango, with the caption, "Some dances are beautiful even when they end." Fans flooded the comments. Wait, what? Is this about Jenn? No, not Sasha and Jenn. You better not be breaking up. I believed in you too. But neither of them said anything. Not yet. Behind the scenes, sources close to both said the pair had hit a wall. Jenn's friends claimed she felt Sasha wasn't emotionally available. He's fun, but he runs from hard conversations, one insider told US Weekly. Sasha's circle argued he felt pressured to live up to Jenn's very public, very pristine image. She's America's sweetheart, a friend of Sasha's said. That's a lot to carry when you're a guy who sometimes screws up and wants to be messy. Their love, once bold and bright, had turned cautious. Chapter 4. The Breaking Point. In late May, Sasha wrapped the season of Breakup and immediately flew to Miami, not to see Jenn, but to choreograph a music video. Jenn was spotted at a charity event in San Diego, alone, eyes glossy, her smile just a little off. On June 7th, Jenn posted a black and white photo of waves crashing against rocks, captioned, "Sometimes letting go is the most loving thing you can do." The next day, Sasha posted a selfie with the ocean behind him and wrote, "Even tides have their time to retreat." Their breakup was unofficial yet deafening. And finally, on June 11th, Jenn broke the silence with a carefully worded joint statement shared to both her Instagram and Sasha's. After deep conversations and even deeper respect, we've decided to end our relationship. This was not an easy choice, but it's the one that honors us both. Thank you for supporting our journey. We remain friends and will always cheer each other on. The internet exploded. Chapter 5. The Reaction. Fans were devastated and divided. Some praised the maturity of their joint post. "This is how you handle a breakup, so much class." Wish other Bachelor Nation couples were this honest. Others weren't so kind. Another perfect couple bites the dust. They never last. He never looked like he was all in, sorry not sorry. A few pointed fingers, mostly at Sasha. Old interviews resurfaced where he joked about being bad at relationships. A viral TikTok theorized that Jenn had outgrown him. A podcast host who claimed to be a friend of Jenn's hinted she had wanted more while he was still chasing adrenaline. But not all of it was negative. Their fans, the ones who had followed them from that first grainy TikTok, created tribute videos, compiling clips of Jenn and Sasha dancing in the kitchen, laughing in Ubers, and cuddling on park benches. "Love doesn't always last," one fan wrote, but that doesn't mean it wasn't real. Chapter 6. Jenn's Side. In an exclusive interview with Harper's Bazaar, Jenn addressed the breakup directly, 3 weeks after the announcement. "No one wants to feel like they failed," she said. "But relationships are experiments. You go in with hope, and sometimes it's just not the right equation." She didn't blame Sasha. In fact, she credited him with helping her heal after the Bachelorette, calling him a space of comfort when I needed one. "But I also needed someone who was ready to go deep with me," she added, "and I think he's still figuring out what depth means for him." Jenn admitted they had discussed marriage once, briefly, but both had gotten quiet after that conversation. "That silence was loud," she said. The most poignant moment came when she was asked if she still loved him. Jenn paused and said, "Yes, in a way, I'll always root for him." Chapter 7. Sasha's Side. Sasha opened up in a raw, 13-minute YouTube vlog titled, "This Is Me After Jenn." Sitting on a balcony, sun behind him, his voice cracked as he admitted, "I wasn't always the man she deserved. I was distracted, overwhelmed, and maybe a little selfish. I thought love meant showing up for the fun parts, but Jenn needed someone for the hard stuff too." He went on to say he didn't regret the relationship, only the way he let it slip away. "There were moments," he said, "when she was sitting right next to me and I knew, this girl is forever material. But forever takes work. I didn't do enough." The comments were filled with support. "Owning your mistakes is growth. So proud of you. This made me cry. Love looks different for everyone." Chapter 8. The Aftermath. Both Jenn and Sasha took brief social media hiatuses. Jenn went to Bali on a solo trip, sharing quiet images of rice terraces, local temples, and handwritten journal pages. Sasha joined a men's retreat in Arizona focused on emotional healing through movement. He taught a few dance classes. He learned how to meditate. They were not in contact, at least not publicly. But eagle-eyed fans noticed Jenn liked a post of Sasha's, a photo of him teaching children to dance with the caption, "Healing is possible through rhythm." Chapter 9. Closure or something like it. By August, both seemed stronger. Jenn announced her partnership with a nonprofit focused on therapy accessibility and dropped a teaser for a podcast series called Heartbreak, Conversations After Breakups. Sasha confirmed he'd be returning for DUTS Season 35, but would also be producing his own Broadway-style show in early 2026. In a final twist, Sasha was asked in an Entertainment Tonight interview if he and Jenn might ever reconcile. "I think what we had was beautiful," he said. "But we're both on different chapters now. And sometimes, love is just one really good chapter, not the whole book." Jenn echoed something similar in a podcast weeks later. "Not every love story ends with a ring. Some end with respect." Epilogue. What we learned from Sasha and Jenn. In the grand theater of Bachelor Nation and Dancing with the Stars, breakups are often dramatic, messy, or marred with blame. But Jenn and Sasha showed the world a different model. A graceful ending. One where love didn't need to crash to be over. One where two people could say, "This mattered, but this can end." Their story reminded us that heartbreak isn't always about betrayal, scandal, or dysfunction. Sometimes it's just two people trying their best and realizing their bests no longer fit together.